Hello YouTube and welcome to the first ever episode of Empire Strategy, a channel devoted to strategy games. Today I will be showing you a great match, at least I read it was a great match, between DaemonicSquirrel or Demonic Knight, whatever you want to call him, and Sleeping Cloud. Both great players, and this has the potential to be easily an entertaining match. So, both players open up with a standard build, I hope. Yep, looks like it. Let's speed this up a bit. And just watch if anything... Oh! Usually players start with a factory or something before going down to this mass extractor here. Sleeping Cloud opening with a research station, which is not a bad idea. Oh, 2 research stations. That might be a bit too much, but unless he's doing what I think he's doing. Anyway, and Demonic Squirrel, of course, is building 2 land factories here. Yep, pretty standard build for, except from Sleeping Cloud, who went... I thought this was a 3rd research station. Okay, so in there, yes, he is going to be doing a gunship rush. Radar coming down, but he won't be able to see anything that's past this line. Tanks coming out. He sees that there is nothing here to oppose him, except for this one land unit. Decides to first of all find out what it is and kill it if it's not an ACU. Okay, no more. Okay, here we go. A 3rd land factory for Demonic Squirrel. And Demonic actually has nothing to counter these gunship right now. And this ACU is doing a perfectly good job of cleaning up these few tanks that Demonic has sent his way. A land gantry coming out for Sleeping Cloud, and also he built a PD. Now keep in mind that Cybern can have self-destruct, structure detonate, which is not a good idea to use here because he has not very many units. So Demonic decided to bring up his ACU to the front, which is not a bad idea because he sees that his opponent is cornered in this little spot, and he can really, yes, building a radar here is a great idea, which will cover all of this, prevent any expansions, and just see, he sees now that he has air units. He pops down an air factory. Of course, Sleeping Cloud expects a radar, and he, knowing that his air is no longer a surprise, he decides to move out and use his gunships right away. He built a 2nd air gantry here, air factory, why do I keep saying gantry? And rebuilt his mass extractor. Built some AA here, pretty good. Doing some little harass with 1 gunship, but Demonic has a fighter here, which will take care of it easily. Sleeping Cloud researched adapters, which will allow him to counter these fighters. Well, you don't really need to counter them. And and also protect his ACU. So Demonic should actually try to push, maybe? No? Okay. Decides to calmly take out his Sleeping Cloud's gunships first. He could at least take out these outside mass extractors with his army right now. Adapters staying far away because they can't, of course, fire by themselves. And we have some Brackman action, which could be a really, really helpful tool if you are careless. If your opponent is careless with his units. All of Demonic's factories are on pause except for the air factory. Yes, said it right for once there. Okay, and I'm actually curious to see what he's doing. Should be a land gantry. Experimental gantry. And yes, this time I did say it right, I think. Probably saving money. No, he resumed his production here. And deciding not to push yet. And Sleeping Cloud is ground fire, or was ground firing there. I am 70% sure that Sleeping Cloud should have structure detonate by now. That's why he's staying well clear of his buildings. And yes, land gantry going down for Demonic. And Sleeping Cloud got a nanogun upgrade on his ACU, which will allow him to clear out these blobs with absolutely no trouble. So this is turning out a good game indeed. Sleeping Cloud sees that he has a definite advantage right now, for the moment, at least before this Fatboy comes out, which he actually doesn't know about. But he knows that he can take out these blobs pretty easily, so he decides to put a few mass extractors. And he is still building gunships, because I think he does anticipate a Fatboy coming out. And a second land gantry from Demonic. Pretty good placement of this. Okay, placement of this missile launcher. And Demonic should be careful with his tanks, or not. Maybe not. These Bracken are gonna die. Sleeping doesn't move them. Okay. So both guys losing a few units there. And Sleeping Cloud. No, never mind. Under cover of his adapters, decides to move. And the Fatboy has rolled out. And now I think I'm interested to see how he will counter them. And of course he will use his gunships. Why would Demonic? Okay. Or not. He could have at least done some damage to it. They were sticking here for quite a bit of time. Okay, so idle Fatboy. Pretty nice. What are you doing? Another research center. And both factories are producing Fatboys. So a very artilleric approach here. And actually, Demonic does not have a lot of air, anti-air right now. These fighters, he only has 3, are nothing compared to these adapters here. So it probably was a good thing. And the ACU is getting microed, zigzagging in a circle, kinda, so that it doesn't get hit. I think what Sleeping Cloud should do here is get boosters on his ACU or his land army. Okay. Very nice move by Sleeping Cloud, taking out those tanks. Should spread them out. Those Fatboys are gonna go down by these gunships if they don't. Oh, and I think a tank upgrade for AA by Demonic. 4th Fatboy, is it? Yes, 4th Fatboy. And Sleeping Cloud obviously has jetpacks because he would need to get out of here pretty fast. Yeah, most likely he has it. still are all for Fatboy.